Hello. In this video, we will understand meaning of money supply and its components. Money, to be very simple, is stock which is held by people in spendable form. That is currency notes, currency coin, what is liquid, what you can spend immediately. So stock of money it is held by people. Two related concepts we have: stock and flow of money. Stock is at a point of time. When we consider total of currency notes, coins as on particular date, we are considering stock approach. Flow is over a period of time. So for a year, when we consider, it becomes flow over a period. There are four basic functions of money. Money works as medium, major, standard, and store. That is medium of exchange. We can exchange any goods with money, or with money we can purchase marketable goods or services. Measurement of value, standard of deferred payment, settlement of payment, and store of wealth. Compared to goods, storing wealth in money terms becomes much more easy as it is durable. When we consider money stock, we consider only M in the equation. So only M. But flow means we have to multiply M by V. What is V? Velocity. Velocity is speed of circulation of money. Speed of circulation of money. That is, if there is only one 5 rupee note, okay, but this circulates 2 times in economy. See, for every new transaction, new notes are not printed, correct? So same notes will circulate number of times. So flow is when we are considering stock of money and we multiply that by velocity. Velocity is number of times money changes hand. That is velocity. So it becomes flow approach. That means we are considering velocity when we consider speed of circulation of money for a year, for example. So now I multiply money stock with this number of times of its circulation. I call this as money flow. We consider constituents of money supply in next slide, where we will be considering narrow money, which is called transactions money, and modern money, which is also called as broad money. Okay. This is given, concepts are given by Friedman, Golle, Shaw, Edward, and Redcliffe Committee. Considering traditional approach to money supply, money is made up of only currency, notes and coin, and demand deposit. What is demand deposit? Deposits which you can withdraw on demand. Commercial banks are maintaining deposits when current account deposits are available on demand. Savings account also, part of the deposit you can withdraw on demand. So this becomes demand deposit. Traditional approach covers liquid currency and what will become liquid on demand. So it is called narrow approach. Compared to this, in modern approach, we have added components. First two components are same that we have taken in traditional approach, that is currency and demand deposit. These two are same. Furthermore, components which are added are savings deposits in post offices, time deposit. What is time deposit? Remaining part of savings account, balances which you have to maintain, what you have not included in demand deposit. So that will come under time deposit. And also fixed term deposits, which you are not allowed to withdraw before maturity. Modern approach also covers government securities and credit. So these components are near money components, are not very liquid. On demand, these are not liquid. So that is why modern approach, because it has added list, it is called broad money, and it covers also near money components. What determines money supply for any particular period of time, whether more money will be printed or less, depends upon some measures. So we divide this into exogenous and endogenous factors. Exogenous are outside policy framework, the components which you cannot decide within your framework. Endogenous are within your framework, you can decide, you can change. We consider these components when we divide that into various parts. First, high powered money, which is also called reserve money. Here, M is money, money stock that we are considering. C is currency, and D is bank deposits. That is overall money. High powered money covers C, which was covered in M also, that is currency, plus it covers R, which is reserve. Reserves which are maintained, which is a base actually for deposits. Bank deposits are dependent upon how much reserves they hold. So that is a base. So in that way, high powered money will be base money or reserve money. Money multiplier depends upon two factors, which is the second component. Currency deposit ratio, which is actually preference of people between currency and demand deposit. What do they prefer? Whether to keep money or holding it in form of currency, liquid form, or to keep it with bank and hold it in terms of bank deposit, demand deposits. So it is people's preference. Cash reserve ratio is part of deposit of commercial bank, which they have to keep with central bank. It is compulsory. So that is why it is called required reserve. There are two types of reserve. CRR, SLR, which is statutory liquidity ratio. These two are required reserves. Commercial banks also have excess reserve, which they are maintaining to meet currency drain. मतलब विड्रॉल के लिए कस्टमर आते हैं तो वो नीड सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ता है. So that is currency drain. Clearing drain is for settlement of checks. Okay. Dornbusch and Fisher propose money multiplier concept, which they have expressed as money multiplier is equal to M by H. M क्या है? मनी स्टॉक है और H हाई पावर्ड मनी है, जो अर्लियर स्लाइड में हमने देखा. So M will be equal to money multiplier cross multiplication. So multiplied by H. There is one more formula for money multiplier. 1 plus CDR, currency deposit ratio. Divide this by CRR plus CDR. That is cash reserve ratio plus currency deposit ratio. So this is how money multiplier is calculated, which is one of the important determinant of money supply. There is one more determinant which we list as other factors. Community's choice, whether people will like to hold money in currency form or in terms of bank deposit. So what is people's preference? Velocity of circulation, V, स्पीड ऑफ सर्कुलेशन ऑफ मनी जो हमने आगे एक्सप्लेन किया, तो वेलोसिटी पे डिपेंड करेगा। mv का बात किया था, याद है आपको? सो वी सेड कि अगर वेलोसिटी ज्यादा है तो नेचुरली mv विल बी मोर, m मल्टीप्लाइड बाय v है, तो v increases, mv increases. Rate of interest will decide how much amount of money people will like to hold. Good rate of interest, good opportunities means people will like to have less cash but make more investment. Two more important factors are monetary policy, which is central bank's policy with regard to money and credit. We have cheap money policy and dear money policy. Cheap money policy means more money will be made available, तो money supply बढ़ेगा. Dear money policy, less money supply is restricted, interest rate is high, तो money supply कम हो जाएगा यहाँ. Fiscal policy is government's policy with regard to tax, expenditure, deficit financing. So this affects available money in the hands of people. Taxes बढ़ेंगे तो adverse effect करेगा. Public expenditure बढ़ेंगे तो people will have more money in their hand, and deficit finance also will increase money supply in economy. Deficit is government expenditure greater than income situation. We are financing this with additional currency printing. So naturally this will increase money supply. So these are the factors which will decide or will determine money supply in the economy. Thank you.